Hello everyone, and welcome to the English Teacher's Guide to the GCSE A-level poetry, and this is everything you need to know about Havisham by Carol Ann Duffy. Now the aim of this video is to give you all the perfect mark analysis you need in the quickest time possible. Now in fact it's so quick I'm not even going to show you the poem because you should already have read the poem 2, 3, 4 times. You should already have plenty of your own notes. We're now going to add to your analysis. So the basic meaning. The poem is based on the famous character Miss Havisham from the novel Great Expectations written by Charles Dickens. The character was left to the author some years before we meet her in the novel, and she's still yet to change out the dress, she's yet to change the time on the clocks, all very strange. The speaker in the poem, who is Miss Havisham, reflects upon what has happened since her potential husband left her. She reflects upon becoming older and how the experience has left her tortured. Okay, so note that down if you didn't already know it, and let's move on to looking at form. So, this is a dramatic monologue with Havisham as the speaker. Now this means that the female is the voice of the poem, rather than Dickens, who is obviously a male writer, controlling the description of the character. So this allows us, Duffy uses many of this technique quite often in a lot of her work, The World's Wife, because it allows the female to have a voice where before she's been controlled. So add to your notes, and let's move on to structure. So, the poem begins with "Beloved Sweetheart Bastard." Opening in this way suggests that the speaker is obsessed with the man who ruined her life because that's how she starts. This is also one of a couple of fragmented sentences used by Duffy. So a fragmented sentence is a sentence that contains no verb, which actually does suggest a fragmented mind. Although Duffy uses free verse, suggesting there's a lack of control within the speaker, the fact that the stanzas are structured with 4 lines each time does hint that the character maintains a controlled aggression. There is some kind of order and control in her mind. Towards the end of the poem, the repetition of the B in the final line suggests that the speaker is breaking down as she reflects on her emotions. And finally, for structure, spinster as a simple sentence helps to highlight how isolated and alone the figure now feels, and how essentially that word now defines who she is. And finally, language. Beloved Sweetheart Bastard again is an oxymoron which highlights the speaker's conflicted emotions for her lost potential husband. The green pebbles for eyes. The green has obviously been used to create a sense of jealousy, but it's a monstrous impression of a figure who has become cold and lifeless due to what men have done to her. Ropes represents the veins that will grow on the back of her hands, remind the figure of her old age and her loss of youth, and also the idea of feeling tired, feeling trapped by what has happened to her. The yellowing and slewed to describe the room and herself helps demonstrate again the age and the unpleasantness of getting older in that way. And finally, stabbed at a wedding cake is obviously a truly violent image which highlights the anger of the speaker and the pain she feels. So make sure you note all those down. Thank you very much. Keep on revising and keep on working in the way you are. Thank you. Well done.